Welcome back, or if it's your first time, welcome. Today we're going to be doing some major decorating, a deep cleaning, and I'll show you some hacks for how to do this in your own space. To begin, I'm going to take off all of the linens, basically anything that I can wash in her room. I'm just going to strip it off and throw that in the wash. We're so lucky we get so much natural light in Lucy's room, so I'm opening all the windows, letting that light spill in so that I can see any dust that might be lying around. So I'm going to start by taking everything off of her surfaces, including the bins on what we use as her dresser, and then I'll be wiping everything down and disinfecting it. I decided to reorganize Lucy's cubby that has her accessories and socks, so I'm just refolding all of her longer socks, organizing those, and then I used this bin from the Container Store to store her little baby jewelry as well as her headbands. Now I'm going to take the Method all-purpose cleaner to wipe down the surfaces, and it is pretty dusty because it's by the window and I like to open it up to let some air in, but that just means I have to dust it often. Now I'm going to take my Dyson stick vacuum and add a special attachment to do the floorboards and to gather all the dust up that was hiding behind the console. I could not believe how much dust was back here. And then I'm going to use a paper towel and the Bonus floor spray to wipe up all of the dust. I like that it's a spray because you can spot clean like this, or you can use a mop. I wanted to use a paper towel because there was so much dust, as you can see here, and that way I can just throw it away in the trash when I'm done. I also vacuumed all underneath the crib. Next, onto the windows, and first I dry dusted with a microfiber cloth, and then with a damp paper cloth I went in and got all the dust. Can you see how much I picked up? My goodness. Now I'm going to go back in with my Dyson stick vac and a different attachment. I love this thing, it's so versatile. And I'm just going to vacuum up the mattress, and then I'm also going to use it on our rocking chair and just do all over to get a nice deep clean. So now I want to do Lucy's closet, and as you can tell, the bottom is kind of scratched just from wear and tear over the years. So I'm going to be using, it's called the vinyl top liner. It's actually not contact paper, and I like it. It's pretty thick. Because it isn't an adhesive, I'm not worried about dust getting underneath because I can just remove it to dust under if I'd like to. It's not permanent. I can take it off anytime. So let's get into it. Tell me not to worry. Tell me to be strong. Be my true reminder of where my love belongs. So I didn't measure before I started this project, but it worked out just perfectly. I had just enough to finish covering the base of the closet, and I think it turned out really well. Next, I'm going to move on to painting the windowsill, and here is a quick hack for that that's super inexpensive. And one tip I wanted to share with you guys is for small projects like this, I found that the best brushes are actually makeup brushes. But you don't want to spend a ton of money or use your makeup brushes. So what I did is I went to the Dollar King, I think it's called the Dollar King, any dollar store that carries makeup brushes. And let me show you, this one says it's a foundation brush. The application is super smooth, which is what you want for detail work like this. You're not going to paint your whole house with one of these, but definitely great for details. So I'm going to go ahead and paint Some of the trim, I am eyeballing it, so I'm hoping it works out great. So I'm in Lucy's room, but I wanted to show you guys some things that I picked up. So I had these already. They're Sharpies, and they are metallic paint pens and kind of like fabric markers. And then I got these two at Target. They're clip-on labels, and they're by Room Essentials. They were really affordable. They were only $3.99. And well, here's an example. You just clip it onto the little bin, and you can write whatever you want. It is meant to be used with dry erase markers. I don't know if you could see that, but I'm gonna try to use these because I don't want it to come off every time that I use it. And these you can still wipe off, and I plan on clipping it here, that way it'll be labeled. In the show, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. We'll be running the show, bring it on, take it on as we go, bring it on. Now I'm gonna pop those labels on, and I really like them because they're easy for me to remove, but not for Lucy. And it was really easy. If I change my mind or change what's in the bins, I can always wipe it off and do it again. From IKEA. These I got from Target, and I loved that it was white with just a pop of color in the tassels. Color scheme and tone of color I thought was just perfect. And what's really cool about these is that they are also blackout, and so it makes a big difference even if I didn't use a shade. But I like to use both, especially right now when it's summer and the sun sets so much later. It makes the room really dark, even though she's going to bed at a time where the sun is still out and hasn't set yet. So Lucy's nursery doubles as our guest bedroom. So we have some nice white linens, keeps it very simple, and then we added a pop of color with this pillow that I got from eBay. And then at the foot of the bed, I have this very special quilt that my sister hand knit for Lucy. And I love that it'll be a keepsake she can have forever. Then I have this basket that I'm using as a hamper, and I got this at Target. Here is another decorative item, and this is a shelf. It looks like clouds, which I thought was so cute, especially in a bedroom. It's like dreamy and just so cozy. And my favorite thing in her nursery is this little guy right here. So cute. So my brother-in-law actually is an animator, and he made this for Lucy. It's a little elephant. How cute is this little guy? So cute. And so like for her baby shower and other things, we did elephants, and it's just a little animal that I chose for her. I thought it was super cute, and I like that it's from her uncle, and so she can keep it as a keepsake as she grows older, and pass it on to her kids. I just thought that was so cute. And then this I got from Target, and it's just sort of a little vase, and the top, this is not a real plant. It's actually a clip. I don't know where you would clip that on, but it's from the Dollar Tree. And it's just a fake succulent because I didn't want to I wanted some green, but I didn't want to try to maintain anything. And then this other little word sign, or I don't even remember. I don't know what these are called. Letterboard? I forget. Anyway, right now it says Lucy Bear, but I switch it out. I've put, my favorite is Welcome to My Crib. I thought that was cute. But I got that from Nordstrom Rack, but they sell them everywhere. I think Target has some. I'm sure you can get some at Home Goods and other places. But that is just what is over her bed. This wall was bare, and I wanted to put something on it, but I wasn't quite sure what. And so I think that adds just the right amount of decoration without being too much. I love Lucy's crib. It's super sturdy. I've even gotten in it with her, and it doesn't budge. It's really high end, but we actually got it online through Craigslist, and it's by a brand called Nursery. Really expensive, but we got an amazing deal on it, and we absolutely love it. This next item is super, super important for us, and it is a Nest Cam, and it is super easy. It's held on, my husband secured it on, and I really like it because sometimes she will just kind of move in her sleep or make noises, but she's still asleep. I don't want to rush in every time I hear a sound, and so having a camera helps me to not do that. I can just look at the screen or the monitor and see she's okay or she's not okay, and I can determine whether to come in or not. So that is really convenient. I really like that. So this sign we got on eBay and we love it. It's something we'd love for Lucy to embody, and it's just really positive. And then this plant we got from IKEA. It didn't even say what type of plant it was, but I think it's called a money tree. And then the base we also got from IKEA. I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but here it is. These were not something we used when Lucy was little, but now that she's older, she wiggles like crazy when I'm changing her. Now that she's on the move, she's just always on the move. And so this really helps me to change her, especially if she has a poopy diaper and I don't want it to get everywhere. I like to use those. It's safe. I never leave her unattended, but it's still, I just feel safer knowing that there's an extra thing, especially when you're multitasking and changing. I highly recommend this. It's a removable changing pad, and on one side it's plastic, which is really great. And then next to that, I like to keep this essentials, and I got this little bin from Target. It was $7.99, way cheaper than anything in the nursery section, and it does the trick. I keep diapers and then just some other things that we use while we're changing her, and things for her bath as well. A wipe warmer is not an essential if you're a new mom and on a budget and want to remove some items for your registry. I would say this is something you don't necessarily need in a nursery, but it's just a nice little perk to have. We also keep a humidifier in her room. Her pediatrician recommended it, especially for when babies have a cold. It really helps to keep the humidity in their room at a good level. This next item I would say is definitely a necessity, but you don't necessarily need this model. This is an Apple speaker, and we use it to play pink noise through the night. And so this is a white console that we already had from IKEA, and we decided to use it as a dresser for Lucy. It's not the most practical because the bins are really deep, but we make it work. And that is a great tip for decorating. If you're on a budget, use what you have. IKEA no longer sells this specific model, but they have a similar one that I'll link down below in case you're interested in purchasing this for your own home or something similar to it. In addition to Lucy's clothing, I also like to keep this small basket of toys. It's really handy to keep it near her changing table because I can pull a toy out and distract her if I need her to stay still. But also I like that it's at her level so she can pull it out herself and grab toys as long as she wants. And then on the other side, I'll show you, I also have some books, which she actually pulls out more often than the toys. I think this girl is definitely going to be a bookworm. I want to show you how I organize my drawers, or Lucy's drawers. So these are her onesies, and it'll change depending on the season. When it's colder, I'll have long sleeve ones. Right now they're mostly short sleeved, and I just line them up this way, so we have two. And then in the back I have her bibs, and here I have her bottoms. I didn't want to write bottoms because I thought that looked funny on a label, but I also have some PJs in the back. And then I have these are more like pants. And then I also have some shorts on this side, and just sort of different bottoms that we can pair with outfits. This side is linens. And so this is like her bath towels, washcloths, burp cloths, all kinds of things that are just sort of in that linen category. There's some lightweight blankets. And here are socks and accessories. I also put some little plastic bags for her diapers to keep those from getting too stinky. This is for guests, and I don't have it filled yet, but it will hold just amenities for guests for when they stay over, and miscellaneous. Guys, every mom needs a miscellaneous box. I am all about organization and keeping things neat, but everybody needs a miscellaneous box. Formula, So when we travel, I know where to find things. It's easy. Or right now in the summer when I know we're gonna go for a swim, she can use that. And I keep a few just other miscellaneous things in here. It's just nice. You know, some days you're more organized than others. Sometimes you just need to stuff something in a miscellaneous bin. So I'm very happy to have it. So I feel like closets can be a little daunting. It's hard to decide how to sort things, especially with kids because they grow out of clothes so quickly. So I kind of did a blend. When they're first born and they're little, it's kind of nice to do it by months. And so like maybe newborn, 0 to 3 and so forth. But now that she's older, you're more thinking about putting together outfits that are practical, but also that are cute. And so I decided to organize it by type and by color. Color really helps me, especially with kids' clothes, because there is so much color in every outfit. I started with like gray, black, white, and then I move into red, yellow, and so forth, or red, orange, yellow, and so forth. Her bathing suits I like to keep here. And then anything like sort of miscellaneous or extra, like her little bathrobe. And then I go into coats that are a little bit heavier. This is like a puffer vest, some heavier jackets, and then we go into pullovers and lighter weight sweaters. I love her in a sweatshirt. It's so easy. I especially like to buy them a bit bigger than her size. Like this one is from Gymboree. It's 18 to 24 months, and it fits her a little big, but I like that because it goes over clothing super easy. The neck hole is really big, so it makes it very easy to change. If we're out and it suddenly gets a little chilly, I can throw that on. Then on this side, I have her rompers. These are a little bit longer, so hanging them on the top didn't make as much sense. And so this romper, for example, is really long. And so putting it on the bottom just makes it easier. If I put it at the top, then it really likes to bang into that rod and it makes it harder. And then I also, again, this is by type and color so that I know her rompers are down here. If I know that that day I want to put her in one, I can just look and decide, okay, I want to put her in a pink one, no, maybe yellow, and so forth. So that just makes it really easy on me. I also have some of her cozy PJs here that again are more of sort of that romper style or a one piece. Like this one, it's so sad. A lot of these are too small for her now. Like these cute little booties. How cute are these? They are just so cute. I bought them and they barely fit her. They're 0 to 3 months. She was born really tiny, but now I can't even slip them on. But I wanted to keep them in here because they're just really cute. She's actually more wearing this or this, and most days, here they are, her sneakers is what she'll wear if she keeps them on. This girl does not like to keep on shoes. But again, I did by type and by color. And then I also have a bin on the top. So this is where I have her hats. I really love this chair. It spins or swivels, which is really nice. And it also came with a footstool, and we do have that, but I have it put away in storage right now in our garage just because I wanted to free up the floor space. I like to keep Lucy's robes hanging, and I put these on command hooks and they work really well. Here's the robe I use for her baths, and then next to it is the one she uses for when she goes swimming, and it works great. I love this rug. We got it from DYSON, Maine, and it was super affordable. It was a great sale. I definitely check out their website. They have great sales all the time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed cleaning and decorating with me today. Don't forget to subscribe so you can watch more videos like this. I post every week, lots of cleaning motivation and vlogs that are sure to inspire you. Thank you for watching. See you next time.